Hello, 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 hello. So welcome to another episode of Taisha's Thoughts. And today we are going to talk about cheating. Now, this goes out to all the guys that be getting that Becky from Becky. Then you come back home and wash your booty and then go lay down with your wife. Nasty. Or for the girls that be talking to Nick and Nick be pecking, then you go home and wash your behind and go lay down with your man. You're trifling. This goes out to y'all. So Taisha, what is your definition of cheating? So my definition of cheating is this. And yes, I did talk to myself as a third person. Y'all already know how I am. But my definition of cheating is you getting an emotional attachment with someone, you physically attaching with them, or it's both. So I want to elaborate a little bit on the emotional part. So sometimes you can get caught up with somebody. And I'm going to say like this. You didn't go out there looking for something, but what happened is that you started relating to somebody that you feel like gets you and understands you. And it's always at a time where maybe at home with your significant other, your husband, your spouse, your fiance, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, it ain't clicking. And I'm gonna tell you like this. If you've been with someone for a long time, it's not always hot in the kitchen, okay? Sometimes your significant others get on your damn nerves. Sometimes even the way they breathe, like, why is you breathing like that? You know, it's like sometimes it be like any little thing that annoy you about them. Because like I said, it's not always hot in the kitchen all the time. Any relationship, especially a good one, takes a lot of work. But also, too, you're your own individual person. And sometimes you just be having things going on. You know, it could be a rough patch in your life or hell, a rough damn season. And sometimes you can't give what you normally give to even to yourself, let alone your significant other. And, you know, you at home, y'all bumping heads, and, you know, you might have a Tiffany at work, and, you know, it seems like Tiffany understands you. Tiffany gets what you got going on. Tiffany is a listening ear. And the next thing you know, you start liking Tiffany. Now, you know you got a woman at home. Or maybe Tiffany could be a Nick for the girls. Or, you know, you start liking Nick and you know you got a man at home. But you starting to get caught up with somebody because it may be like a breath of fresh air to you. Like someone who is listening to you, understands you. Maybe you feel like you're not getting that at home. But that's where you mess up at. Is before you start to go left, your behind need to detour back right to your significant other and have some conversations that maybe y'all don't want to have, but it's needed. So that way you're not getting too caught up with someone who is not your significant other. Okay? Now, I know we can't control our feelings or emotions. And listen, in this day and age, these girls just be letting all hang out. Just booze be out here, booty be out here. You know, you don't even have to even wonder, even fantasize about what they got going on, because these girls are just showing it as full display. And these dudes too, y'all be walking around with these gray sweatpants. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Because y'all know most of us gonna peek. I'm finna put my church finger up and I'm finna look down. Now back then I did used to look, I ain't gonna lie. This was before tomorrow. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But, you know, everybody just let it all hang out so there's no room for the imaginary. And if you ain't getting it at home, if you see a little thing walking around in booty shorts, or you see a guy with gray sweatpants that look like he was highly blessed and favored, you know, you gonna look. But like they said, curiosity killed the cat and it get the best of you. Like, you can't help if you see someone that you're attracted to, or you can't help that maybe you just vibe with someone who's of the opposite sex. Like, You know, you can have a good guy friend that you vibe with as women, or you can have a good girlfriend, a friend that's a girl, you know, for the girls. And you know, the next thing you know, sometimes it can happen, especially when there's lack thereof at home. But like I said, where you make the mistake is that you should communicate with your significant other about how that they're feeling, or how you're feeling and what's going on, because that emotional tie leads up to physical. Now, when it comes to the physical aspect of it, there are some people who are hoes. I'm sorry to say this, Lord forgive me, but there's a lot of people who like to have their cake and eat it too. They got the perfect man or the perfect woman at home, but they can't keep their punani or they dangling in their pants to save their damn lives. Okay? They just want to boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. Anything that they see. Because it's hot, it's new, it's fresh, they ain't had it before. But still lay they funky asses, sorry Lord, still lay they funky behinds at home with their significant other after they just got done boning somebody else. It's just some people who, they just don't know how to stop and draw that damn line. Like, look, no relationship is perfect. Okay? But if you want to do you need to be single. It is nothing worse than having your significant other out here looking like a fool because, like I said, you can't keep it in your pants enough that you want to just mess with every little thing that be walking. Shame on you, because you ain't right. And like I said, sometimes people just get themselves caught up. You weren't looking for it, but it kind of found you, kind of thing. But just because someone knock on the door don't mean that your behind have to open it either. You ain't got to accept the invite. Because cheating isn't just, it's not worth it. If you want to do you, then you don't need to be with nobody. And I'll say this much. When it comes to relationship, I'm selfish. I don't want no woman experiencing what I experience with mine. Period. And I know that a lot of men like that too. I don't want. I'll say like a man. I would, if I was a man, I wouldn't want a man to experience my woman the way that I do. Like, little Taisha, you finna sit your behind home and we finna deal with this, even if we gotta argue all night. But this me right here, okay? And this ain't for anybody else but me. Okay? That's how you should be about your man or your woman if you're in a relationship. Like I said, can a man and a woman be friends? Yes. I don't think that no one ever has to cross that line. But you know what's crazy is that I used to have a lot of guy friends. And then when I was dating my ex, like a lot of them wanted to come out the woodwork talking about, oh, I liked you. Boy, bye. Because for whatever reason why, when you're with someone, it seems like you're more desirable to other people. Like, people be wanting to know, like, since she treats him so good, I wonder what it would be like with her. Or since he treats her so good, I wonder what it'd be like with him. Well, that's when you cross the line. Because I'm going to tell you like this. When it comes to Taisha Danielle Holloway, ain't no other. Okay? So even if a girl thinks she could take my spot, good luck to you. Okay? And that's how a man should feel about his woman. Like, if another man can feel, another woman can feel that secure that they could take your man, that they would take your man or take your woman, they were never yours to begin with, baby. Because if it's me, I'm never going to have tomorrow choose whether if it's going to be her or me. Because if you feel like you need to make a choice, go with her. But when I do me, if I be out here in these streets, don't say nothing. For real. Because I'm not a choice. I'm not an option. I'm not a choice. I'm mandatory. And that's how you should feel about your man or your woman. Like, that's bae. She mandatory or he mandatory. There's no other choices or no other options out there for me but them. And even if they get on my nerves and I might want to secretly in my head want to bust her to the white meat, but I ain't gonna never touch her because I love her too much and I respect her too much. Or I might feel that, or you might, or as ladies, you might be like, I want to knock him between the dresser and the headboard, but you know what? I ain't gonna do it. We gonna work this out. We gonna thug this out. We gonna love on each other correctly, and we gonna be together because there's no one out there. Yes, you can find a man who is, when I say he fine and he ripped and he got big, you know what, energy. Everything else big, he do it real big. But guess what? His soul is whack. He only carries but face value to him. He ain't gonna respect you and he ain't gonna love you right. So you gave up on your man to be with a jerk who in the end, and remember how you get him is how you lose him, baby. You not think that he wouldn't do you, how he got you, that he wouldn't do another girl the same way? Then drop you and be with her. And that's the same thing for men too. Like a lot of these girls look like Build-A-Bear workshops, and yes, they may have a nice body, maybe have prettier teeth, maybe have prettier skin, prettier hair, whatever. But them girls' souls be trash. They just want you for what, they they titties might be sitting up here because they got surgeries to make it look like that. You know what I'm saying? But their energy, their presence, their aura is just straight up whack. And how you got her is how you gonna lose her, because if she could find someone with bigger energy in every other department, you know what I'm saying, she gonna leave you and go to the next one. So cheating to me is never worth it. If you are with someone, especially if you genuinely love them with all your heart, work it out. Or if you feel like you lacking on something, let your significant other know. Talk about it. Work through it. I don't feel like everyone is, is designated, or am I saying that right? I don't know. Y'all know what I mean. But I don't feel like everybody is meant to be with somebody. And sometimes people do try to hold on to people that they shouldn't. But I feel like there's a soulmate and spouse out there for everybody, Sometimes you got to look a little farther. Sometimes it take you a little bit longer. But you will find someone, that is right for you. And those are the people you got to work on to hold on to. Relationships are not easy, and a good relationship takes work. But cheating to me is never the answer, and it's not worth it, because there's nothing worse. You don't want to hurt. Why would you want to hurt someone that you love and you care about? And now, every time I look, if it was a man, like, every time I look at your behind, I think about you doing stuff you ain't got no business doing. I just want to slap you. I want to slap you pissy. Or if it could be a girl, but like, damn, every time I look at this girl, I just want to slap her off. He's like, you don't want to sit here and think, you know what I'm saying? Like, how, and because once you open that door, it's hard to close that back, okay? It's hard to close that mother trucker back when you open that door. So they don't need to open it. Okay? You leave these Build-A-Bear girls alone. You leave these no good ninjas alone. It ain't worth it. Like I said, sometimes, yes, you can get caught up in people. But even if you do, have the courage and the strength and be like, you know what? Let me just stop it right here where it's at, because it's not worth making my girl cry. It's not worth for her to be around here embarrassed or hurt. And it's a thousands of you, but it's only one of her. Or it's a thousands of him, but it's a thousands of you, but it's only one of him. I'm not gonna find no one that's gonna be for me and be there for me and love me the way that this man, this woman does. So you just ain't worth it. You're not. Everyone has that mental capacity that they can be strong enough to deter themselves from making a mistake like that. You can do it. Ain't that much love me a long time in the world for you to screw up something that you got good at home. You keep your behind at home. You want to hunch on somebody? Hunch on your significant other, okay? For real, it's just not worth it. It's not, because you just open up a can of worms. Because, listen, trust is like a mirror. Once you break that mirror, sometimes you can't put them pieces back. But even if you can, you always see the cracks in that damn mirror for when it broke. So just keep that in mind. Them cracks represent that hurt and that pain and that turmoil that you put your significant other in. And sometimes some people just can't get over that. They be tired of looking at that cracked up mirror, that cracked up trust, because now they're not confident enough in you that they feel like that you're not going to do what you need to do, or that you're going to be out there doing stuff you ain't got no business doing. So all you did was seal the fate on your relationship. Now the woman of your dreams or the man of your dreams, he don't look at you the same no more. She don't look at you the same no more, because she don't feel confident enough in you for her to feel that you gonna do the right thing moving forward. You always gonna, if you open that door cheating, you always gonna have to make up for it. And your partner always gonna remind your behind too. Because yes, you can generally forgive someone, but that don't mean you forget nothing. That's why I said trust is like a mirror. Once you break it, sometimes you can't put it back together, but if you can, you can still see the cracks on there too. That foundation that used to be whole is now tore up. So it's just not worth it to open that door. And for what? For Mr. Dang-a-lang? Or Miss Coochie Mama? It just don't be worth it. And child, especially if you mess around and get pregnant by someone you shouldn't, or get someone pregnant that you shouldn't, then you just open up a whole can of worms. You see what I'm saying? Once you open up that door busts open like Pandora's box, and you never can really fully close it. It's just not worth it. You argue with your man or your woman, properly argue. Like argue and control. Nobody should be calling each other out their names, but whatever y'all need to do that respects the other person, that it don't get out of hand, everything's level-headed, that y'all can do what y'all need to do to fix y'all relationship, or maybe agree to the fact that maybe y'all need to take a break, or maybe not even need to be together. That's fine too. But exhaust all your options before you go out there looking for Miss Coochie or Mr. Dang-a-lang, because you had to get you. It's just not worth it. It's not. Keep your ass at home. Fix it with your significant other. It really isn't worth it. And for the ones that do be cheating, if you don't like what I have to say, I don't care. I don't care. The hell? Like, it is important. This world outside is so goddamn loud. All joking aside, this world is loud. There's always something going on in the world. There's always so much turmoil and strife. It's always something going on in the world. I want my man to be my peace in this world of loud. My relationship, my marriage is my quietness. That's how you should cherish and cherish that. It's sacred, especially in this day and age. And also another thing too. Do you really think that you're going to get better going out there? You might get someone who look better, but that don't mean they give a damn about you. Meanwhile, you watching the woman or the man that you love that you didn't do right by. Now, they getting loved correctly by somebody else. And now you around here, sitting here listening to Toni Braxton, another sad love song, because your ass is hurt. Like, damn, I really screwed this one up and did because you wanted to cheat. So go be with the girl you cheat on then. Oh, she ain't want you? Blah. Or he ain't want you? Blah. It just don't be worth it. So that is what I feel about cheating. It ain't worth it. Whether it's emotionally, physically, or both. Leave it where it's at. So this is another episode of Taisha Thoughts. Please like, comment, subscribe. Y'all let me know how y'all like it. And even if y'all don't, you know me. I'm going to do me. Peace.